Across Northern California roadways, a call to action hangs roadside, a message to drivers to be vigilant when it comes to their fellow travelers. Report drunk drivers, call 911.
Hi, I'm driving behind somebody that has something very, very wrong with them. I don't know if they're drunk.
Okay, and where are they traveling?
The woman you hear making this call near Stockton is Deirdre McElroy, motivated to pick up the phone based on this driver's actions and those roadside reminders.
Yeah, I think the sign probably did motivate me.
Deirdre made her call shortly after 9 o'clock in the morning on February 22nd while driving from Lathrop to Lodi.
I was going to a client's house in the morning around 9 o'clock, and I got on the freeway 99 North. I was supposed to get off just before Lodi.
This drive, however, would take Deirdre far past Lodi, all the way to Sacramento.
But right after I got on the freeway, I noticed a car that was causing problems.
What appears to be a Ford Escape on an unpredictable drive. This is how it looked to Deirdre.
It suddenly tried to change lanes, literally ran this poor guy in a little black sedan out of his lane completely. He managed to avoid her, and then she went back in her lane and he went back in his lane, and I was like, oh wow.
Deirdre figured it was nothing more than a bad lane change, but it continued.
She was very consistently touching the left lane of her, the right line, left line, and I'm going, cell phone drivers. And then I realized when she left her lane completely into the median and was kicking up rocks that something was really wrong, and it just got worse from there.
Deirdre tried to pass the driver. When she pulled up next to her, this is what she saw.
Had a cigarette with her arm out the window and was slumped, and her eyes were very hooded, and something was really wrong.
That's when she made her initial 911 call.
Okay, and she's just swerving back and forth?
She has almost run off the road. She's almost hit quite several people. She's going 30 miles per hour and then 80.
Deirdre decided to follow her.
And I thought, okay, I'll just stick with her, and things got really worse only about 3 or 4 minutes there. I mean, she was really coming close to hitting people.
She again called 911 as the woman behind the wheel lost control.
She swerved out of her lane to the left and then came back in and then just very gently kept gliding to the right and...
911 emergency, what are you reporting?
I just called about a lady that has something really wrong with her driving, and she just hit someone.
The call continues.
Did you get a plate number by chance?
I did. I reported it the first time.
So you called this in already?
I did, but nobody's coming, and she's going to kill someone.
The dispatcher says the call will go out to their units. Neither the woman in the SUV nor the tanker stopped. The driver of the tanker seemingly unaware they'd been hit, and they kept driving. Deirdre called a third time as the driver exited Grantline Road.
Right, she went straight. We're getting back on the freeway.
And again as she neared the 47th Avenue exit in Sacramento.
She exited the freeway. We're now on 47th Avenue.
You're now on 47th. Ma'am, are you following her?
I am.
Do not follow her, okay? Take all precautions for your safety. I need you to stop following her, though. It's not safe, okay?
But you're not going to catch her if somebody...
We have it out to our units. Just keep taking precautions for your safety, okay?
4 calls spanning more than 20 minutes and nearly 30 miles of highway, the last with the dispatcher following CHP protocol, telling Deirdre that he'll have to disconnect the call if she continues to follow the woman in the SUV. That driver never stopped, never evaluated by Highway Patrol.
There's some serious issues there about her driving and her safety, and I absolutely think that that she should have been apprehended or at least stopped and talked to find out what was going on.
Officer Mike Harris says this woman wasn't stopped because other emergency calls prevented officers on patrol from being able to catch up to this driver.
Her first call was in the Stockton area, and the nearest beat unit was just a little bit south of her location, tied up on another call that they weren't able to leave, and then the next unit beyond that was another 7 miles south of that.
Harris explains Deirdre was just a few miles from the boundary with the South Sacramento CHP, so Stockton officers would not have been able to catch up, moving the next call to South Sacramento CHP.
This is the series of unfortunate events. The unit that was on that area was assigned to a pedestrian call on the freeway, which is a priority call over what she was witnessing on the roadway.
Immediately after, Harris says, CHP received a call about a non-injury crash, which also took priority over the woman in that SUV who collided with that tanker.
In this particular situation, we've got a non-injury hit-and-run traffic collision, and there's no victim because the truck didn't stop, she didn't stop. The truck didn't call. There was no identifying information about a victim in this situation.
According to Harris, this is not a staffing issue.
We were appropriately staffed that day for the area, as they are on most normal days. Just the way that this played out in the series of events, it was a perfect storm of this particular incident that made it difficult for our officer to get into position within that 22 minutes.
He adds she likely would have been caught had officers not been on other calls.
If we had the opportunity, I assure you that there would have been an officer there to intervene in that situation.
Numbers provided by CHP show these stops rarely end in arrest. Between January 1st and February 26th, 1,394 calls were made to North, East, and South Sacramento CHP, as well as Tracy and Stockton. Those calls resulted in 51 arrests, or about 4% of all calls.
I actually think that that number is fantastic. I think that a 4%, just under 4% arrest rate for 911 callers is huge, and that shows that we take the calls seriously, and it shows that we work to apprehend and identify these parties, and when they are under the influence, we take them off the road.
Harris says the vast majority of 911 calls are one-time callers who don't follow up, making it difficult for an officer to catch up and stop a driver suspected of being impaired.
I highly encourage, and I don't want anybody to take away from this situation, not to call 911 or think that calling 911 is not going to be effective, because that's not the case at all.
But in this case, perfect storm or not, the call wasn't answered,
It's haunting me.
leaving Deirdre with the memory of the damage to that woman's car.
Her passenger side window was so shattered in a round shape that it almost looked like a passenger flew through the windshield. The right side of the bumper and quarter panel were completely gone. I have no clue how she did not spin out and wreck after hitting that truck.
The CHP says it conducted a thorough investigation and the driver has not been located.